got like 3 guys coming. Oh, killed me. I threw a nade and didn't get them. Nope. Covering on your left side.
Hey guys, what's up? My name is T-Space and welcome back to another episode of Back to School Sniping. Today I'm going to be talking about 2 terms, and these 2 terms are situational awareness and tunnel vision. Now I'm going to be explaining why they go hand in hand by defining them. So for those of you who don't know, situational awareness is pretty much knowing your surroundings and using that information to your advantage. It will determine whether or not you want to push up, fall back, or stay where you're at right now. Now moving on to the term that I'm pretty sure most of you will not know, but if you do know, props to you. And that term is tunnel vision. Tunnel vision is when a player is in a state of mind where he or she can only focus on one specific point. Now given that they are only focusing on that one specific point, their situational awareness is pretty much thrown out the window. They pretty much have none. As you can see, these 2 terms go hand in hand because they're the exact opposite. And also at the same time, these 2 terms cannot happen simultaneously. They can't happen at the same time. You can't have tunnel vision and then have situational awareness, because if you had tunnel vision but you were situationally aware, you would be aware that you're in tunnel vision, therefore you're not in tunnel vision. Hopefully that made sense. But anyhow, when I was in the beginning stages of Battlefield 3, I was primarily thinking about how to improve my shot. I would play sniper a lot, and overall that was my main focus. I didn't really care about the objective, I'm sorry, but overall I wanted to improve myself before I could actually help my team. So given that I was focusing on just improving my shot, improving my aim, getting, better and better, my situational awareness was pretty much not there. So in a way I was consistently in tunnel vision. I didn't really realize this because I felt that, I just need to improve my aim, and once I do that, I'll be completely fine. But that wasn't the case. When my aim steadily improved, my deaths stayed consistent, or, me going in tunnel vision pretty much stayed consistent. So I did what any regular player would do. I would go onto YouTube and find a video how to fix my problem. So I would go onto YouTube, I'd type in situational awareness and tunnel vision. I did not find any videos about tunnel vision, but I found plenty of videos about situational awareness. Now, when I did watch these videos about situational awareness, I wasn't content. I wasn't happy with myself. When I watched them, they gave me a very vague or ambiguous answer. And overall, that wasn't what I was looking for. Most of them, consisted of just look at your minimap. That's what they told me. Just look at your minimap. I mean, that's, that makes sense. You should look at your minimap to gain situational awareness. But I was looking for more of a guideline, a step-by-step process to, for me to follow to achieve my goal. And overall, I didn't really find any video at the time that displayed this information. So I decided to make up my own, theory, or my own guide. And that was the 3-second rule. Now this meant 3 seconds in battle and 3 seconds out of battle. So in other words, I would have 3 seconds to kill my target. If I didn't kill my target within that 3 seconds, I would disengage. Or if I killed my target within the 3 seconds, I would also disengage. And when I disengaged, of course, I would go behind cover and whatnot, and I would take about 3 seconds or so to regain my situational awareness. That meant look at my minimap, look around me, what's going on, hear my friends telling me specific information that is very important. And after that, it would determine whether or not I should, re-engage with another target, or I should find a different spot to, advance on. So overall, after playing this a couple games, I would say my deaths decreased, and overall my situational awareness improved, and my cases of tunnel vision were pretty much negated in a way. I mean, I wouldn't say they were completely gone, because that's never the case, but overall they're dramatically decreased. Now, what I want you to do for your homework is play 2 games consecutively. Now, when you do pick your game mode, I want you to stay consistent. So if you play Conquest, you have to play Conquest the second game. The reason why I'm saying this is because if you play a Conquest and a Rush, those are 2 different games that have 2 different mindsets. And given that you are, trying to learn a lesson, putting yourself into 2 separate mindsets is probably not the best way to do it. Think of it as changing gears on a car at the same time as learning how to drive a car. I mean, oh, okay, that's not a good example. Let me say, instead of an automatic car, let's make it a stick shift. A lot of people don't know how to drive a stick shift, or at least in America. So think of it as changing gears for a car that's stick shift, and also learning how to drive it at the same time. I mean, it's just too complicated. So stay consistent within your first game, and also your second game. Now, when you have completed your first game, or while you're doing your first game, I want you to count how many times you go into tunnel vision. I would say going into tunnel vision about, or if you're focusing on something for about maybe 3 to 4 seconds, or 4 to 5 seconds, that's the beginning stage of tunnel vision. Now it might be kind of hard to, notice this every single time, but overall, if you have problems with this, kind of correlate the amount of times you go into tunnel vision with the amount of times you die. Now, given that I'm pretty sure most of you don't always have flawless games, don't cheat yourself. Every single game you will probably go into tunnel vision. There's a high chance of that. Even the pros have tunnel vision. The pros when a pro dies, that means either he wasn't looking where he should have been looking, or his teammate wasn't looking where he should have been looking, or the callouts were not relayed in a certain manner to the point where everyone was informed. So don't think that you're this perfect player and whatever. Make sure that you put down tallies. Because if you don't go into tunnel vision at all, this episode will not affect you at all. It's pretty much it's not relevant to you. So I'm pretty sure most of you, this will be relevant, but anyhow. Now, after you have done your first game, tally them up, and that will give you, of course, your vague, I would say a very huge vague representation of how many times you went in tunnel vision. Now, in your second game, I want you to use the 3-second rule. That means 3 seconds in battle and 3 seconds out of battle. You have 3 seconds to kill your target, and then you have 3 seconds to regain your situational awareness. After playing this, or after playing with this technique over and over again, maybe for about 5 or so games, I would expect that your deaths will decrease, meaning you won't die as much. And overall, this will prove my point to the fact that this technique improves your situational awareness and decreases the amount of times you go into tunnel vision. And that pretty much wraps up today's episode. So hopefully you guys will use this technique to your advantage. Hopefully you did enjoy the gameplay and commentary. If you want to record yourself displaying that you have done the homework, go ahead and be my guest. I always do appreciate it. If you have any other questions and or comments that you would like to ask me, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. But like always, my name is T-Space, and I will catch you guys later.